Tools for extracting text. In this video, we are going to see about tools for extracting text. File contents, cat and less. File excerpts, head and tail. Extract by keyword, grep. Extract by column or field, cut. Viewing file contents and file excerpts. In this video, we are going to see about viewing file contents and file excerpts. Viewing file contents. Cat command. The cat, that is short for concatenate command, is one of the most frequently used command in Linux or Unix-like operating systems. Cat command allows us to create single or multiple files, view content of files, concatenate files and redirect output in terminal or files. In this article, we are going to find out handy use of cat commands with their examples in Linux. General syntax. Cat is one of the most commonly used commands in Linux. It can be used to display text files, copy text files into a new document, append the contents of a text file to the end of another text file, combining them. Cat dump one or more files to stdout. Cat command is most useful for viewing the short files. Multiple files are concatenated together. Options. A. Show all characters including control characters and non-printing characters. S. Skews, that is, multiple adjacent blank lines into a single black line. B. Number each, that is, non-blank line of output. Note: if you dump the content of a binary file with cat to a terminal, you will make it unusable. You can use a reset command to clean up your garbled terminal and go on with it. When you type reset, it won't be correctly echoed. Less command. Less command is used for when working on the command line, allows you to view the contents of a file, allowing you to navigate through a long file. You can use it directly on a file or in conjunction with the cat command, where the cat command prints the file to screen and the less command controls how you view the contents. You use the less command like this. Less view file or std in one page at a time. Less command is more useful for viewing the larger files. Navigating text with less asterisks, space moves ahead one full screen, asterisk B moves back one full screen. Enter moves ahead one line. K moves back one line. Small g moves to the top of the file. Capital G moves to the bottom of the file. text searches for text. Small n repeats the last search. Capital N repeats the last search but in the opposite direction. V opens the file in, that is VI by default. Q quits. File viewing command. Viewing file excerpts. Head command. The head command reads the first few lines of any text given to it as an input and writes them to standard output, that is, which by default is the display screen. Head display the first 10 lines of a file. N specify the number of lines to display. Syntax. The square brackets indicate that the enclosed items are optional. By default, head returns the first 10 lines of each file name that is provided to it. The following will display the first 10 lines of the file named AA, RT, VA, RK in the current directory, that is, the directory in which the user is currently working. If more than one input file is provided, head will return the first 10 lines from each file, precede each set of lines by the name of the file, and separate each set of lines by one vertical space. The following is an example of using head with two input files. If it is desired to obtain some number of lines other than the default 10, the n option can be used followed by an integer indicating the number of lines desired. For example, the example could be modified to display the first 15 lines from each file. N is the very tolerant option. For example, it is not necessary for the integer to directly follow it without a space in between. Thus, the following command would produce the same result. In fact, the letter N does not even need to be used at all. Just the hyphen and the integer, that is with no intervening space, are sufficient to tell head how many lines to return. Thus, the following would produce the same result as the above commands. Head can also return any desired number by bytes, that is, a sequence of 8 bits and usually long enough to represent a single character from the start of each file rather than a desired number of lines. This is accomplished using the C option followed by the number of bytes desired. For example, the following would display the first 5 bytes of each of the 2 files provided. Example: tail command. Tail prints the last 10 lines of each file to standard output. With more than one file, it precedes each set of output with a header giving the file name. If no file is specified, or if file is specified as a dash, tail reads from standard input. Tail syntax. Tail display the last 10 lines of a file. N specify the number of lines to display. F follow subsequent additions to the file. Continue to display the file in real time. Very useful for monitoring log files. System administrators use this feature to keep an eye on the system log. Example: extracting text by keyword and extracting text by column. In this video, we are going to see about extracting text by keyword and extracting text by column. grep command. By default, grep displays the matching lines. Use grep to search for lines of text that match one or many regular expressions and outputs only the matching lines. grep is considered as one of the most useful commands on Linux and Unix-like operating systems. The name grep derives from the command used to perform a similar operation using the Unix or Linux text editor ED. grep command syntax. grep prints lines of files or stdin where the pattern is matched. The patterns contains regular expression, meta characters, and so it is considered good practice to always quote your regular expressions. Options: I. Search case insensitively. N. Print line numbers of matches. V. Print lines that does not contain the pattern. AX. Include X lines after each match. BX. Include X lines before each match. R. Recursively search a directory. C. Counts the number of lines where the pattern matched. L. Only return the name of the file that have at least one line containing the pattern. Color is equal to auto. Highlight the match in color. Example: extracting text by column. Linux command cut is used for text processing. You can use this command to extract portion of text from a file by selecting columns. Cut command. Cut displays specific columns of file or stdin. Options: D. Specify the column delimiter, that is default is tab. F. Specify the column to print. C. Cut by characters. For most of the example, we will be using the following test file. Select column of characters. To extract only a desired column from a file, use C option. The following example displays second character from each line of a file test.txt. Select column of characters using range. Range of characters can also be extracted from a file by specifying start and end position delimited with. The following example extracts first third characters of each line from a file called test.txt. Select column of characters using either start or end position. Either start position or end position can be passed to cut command with C option. The following specifies only the start position before the This example extracts from third character to end of each line from test.txt file. The following specifies only the end position after this example extracts 8 characters from the beginning of each line from test.txt file. The entire line would get printed when you don't specify a number before or after the example. Tools for analyzing text. In this video, we are going to see about tools for analyzing text. Tools for analyzing text. Text status WC. Sorting text sort. Comparing files difference and patch. Spell check aspell. WC command. WC command counts the number of lines, words, bytes and characters in a file or std-in. On traditional Unix system, every character in a text file took up exactly 1 byte. However, with the advent of internationalization and larger character sets like Unicode, some characters can take up to 4 bytes. Options: L only for line count, W only for word count, C only for byte or character count, M get an accurate character count. Examples: spell checking with aspell. In this video, we are going to see about spell checking with aspell. Aspell command. Aspell is an interactive spell checker. It will scan your files or anything from standard input, check for misspellings and allow you to correct the words interactively. Aspell syntax. Aspell is an interactive spell checker. It offers suggestions for corrections via a simple menu-driven interface. Commands. Command can be one of the following: options. Examples: tools for manipulating text. In this video, we are going to see about tools for manipulating text. TR command. The TR command automatically translates, that is, substitutes or maps one set of characters to another. The TR utility copies the standard input to the standard output with substitution or deletion of selected characters. TR syntax. In this form, the characters in the string 1 are translated into the characters in string 2, where the first character in string 1 is translated into the first character in string 2, and so on. if string 1 is longer than string 2, the last character found in string 2 is duplicated until string 1 is exhausted. TR, translate, that is alter characters. Only reads data from stdin. Converts characters in one set to corresponding characters in another set. Options. Examples. SED. In this video, we are going to see about SED. SED is a stream editor. A stream editor is used to perform basic text transformations on an input stream, that is a file or input from a pipeline. While in some ways similar to an editor which permits scripted edits, that is such as SED. SED works by making only one pass over the input, that is S, and is consequently more efficient. But it is SED's ability to filter text in a pipeline which particularly distinguishes from other types of editors. SED syntax. If you do not specify input file or if input file is, SED filters the contents of the standard input. The script is actually the first non-option parameter which SED specially considers a script and not an input file if and only if none of the other options specifies a script to be executed. That is, if neither of the E and F options is specified. SED command. SED stream editor performs search or replace operations on a stream of data. As with grep, it is considered good practice to always quote SED search or replace string. By default, SED make maximum one change per line. If you want to make multiple changes per line, then append G, that is global, at the end of search or replace pattern. SED searchers are case sensitive. If you want to search case insensitively, then append I, that is case insensitive, to the pattern. SED operates on all the lines of the file. It is possible to provide SED with address limiting. Normally does not alter the source file. Use i.bak to backup and alter the source file. Examples.